My beloved child, are you ready for tonight? I know you are not, but I ask you to be ready. I know you are wondering why. Why God? Why tonight? And what should we be prepared for? Child, let me tell you, tonight is a special night for you because something huge is happening in heaven, and it will directly impact your life in the physical world you live. Child, in heaven your life was being discussed by some angels, and they came to me pleading regarding 3 situations of your life. And I listened. I always listen. But this time the cry reached the depth of my throne room like the sound of trumpets, mixed with tears. Heaven leaned in. My heart moved with great compassion for you, not because I forgot you, for I never do, but because the appointed time has come. Do you know what that means, beloved? It means the clock I set before time began has reached a divine minute, a holy second, a turning that will change the rhythm of your days. It means you are about to see what I have seen all along. The angels brought before me your sorrow, your confusion, your sense of delay. They spoke of your prayers, some whispered through tears, others shouted in frustration, and even the ones you didn't speak but only felt deep inside your soul. I heard everyone. I collected each word, each sigh, and each silence. I gathered them as one gathers precious gems, because your voice matters to me. Your pain matters to me. You matter to me. They pleaded over 3 situations, yes, 3, and I will not name them as you know them already. You've carried them for so long they have become part of your breath, part of your waking and sleeping, haven't they? But I see them differently. Where you see weight, I see seeds. And tonight, child, heaven has chosen to act. The council of heaven sat in stillness as I looked upon your story. I saw the days you wanted to give up. I saw the moments you questioned whether I saw you at all. And I say to you now, yes, child, I saw you. I see you still. You are never hidden from me. My eye does not glance at gazes. I don't forget or overlook. I wait, and I move when the fullness of time arrives. That time, my beloved, is now. Tonight I will send forth a shift in the spiritual realms. The atmosphere over your life will begin to tremble with the sound of angelic assignments being released. You won't see it with your physical eyes, not yet, but your spirit will know. You may feel a stirring in your chest, an unexpected peace, or even a moment of holy unease. Do not fear that. That is me. That is my presence coming close. That is the brush of my robe passing by, the whisper of my breath. You've cried for change, child, but change always begins with shaking. I will shake what must be shaken, not to harm you, but to reveal what cannot be moved. I am establishing you not in the image of your circumstances, but in the likeness of my eternal will. I am anchoring you in truth, not in trends or voices of confusion, but in my word that never fails. There are people I am removing from your life, and there are others I am bringing near. Do not resist either. Some were seasonal. Some were sent only to teach you lessons. Others will stay and walk with you into what I'm building. Trust me with who comes and who goes. I know the blueprint. I know what your future demands. I know what your heart needs. The first situation, yes, the one that keeps you up at night, I am touching it now. And not with human hands, but with my own. I am going to rewrite what the enemy tried to stamp with finality. Where you saw a wall, I see a door. I'm not just making a way, I am becoming the way. You thought it was over, but I say it has just begun. The second situation, the one that made you question your worth, I speak life into it now. I silence every voice that told you you were not enough. You are not just enough, you are chosen, formed, appointed. Your value does not come from results. It comes from my love for you, which does not fluctuate. You are not what happened to you. You are not the mistake you made. You are who I say you are, redeemed, beloved, held. And tonight I restore your name. Not just what others call you, but what you call yourself in secret. I give you a new name, hidden in my heart, a name full of promise and purpose. The third situation, the one you dare not even pray about anymore, I see it. And I declare it is not dead. What seems buried will rise. What looks forgotten will be remembered. This is resurrection season, child. I speak to the dry bones of that situation and I command them to live. There will be movement. There will be life. You will see what you thought was lost stand up again, not in its former form, but in the fullness of what I always intended. Tonight I ask you to release control. That is what readiness looks like, not having all the answers, but surrendering to the one who does. Readiness is trust. Readiness is faith. Readiness is standing still while I part the waters. Will you trust me even if you don't understand me? Will you hold on even when you don't feel me? I am closer than your breath, child. I am nearer than the thoughts that swirl in your mind. And while you look outward for signs, I am already working within. That dream I placed in you was not a mistake. That calling is not canceled. It is maturing. I have been shaping you in silence. What felt like delay was actually design. I've been crafting you like a master sculptor, removing what hides the beauty, chiseling what doesn't belong. Do not despise the process. Every wilderness you walked prepared you for rain. Every valley made your roots grow deeper. Every unanswered prayer taught you how to wait. And waiting is not wasting, it is weaving. I have been weaving things together in perfect alignment. Tonight I will begin to uncover what I've hidden for such a time as this. You've been asking for breakthrough. And I say breakthrough begins now. But not the kind that just changes your circumstance. No, I am after your identity. I am breaking through you into you with love that transforms. I'm not only answering your request, I'm answering the question you didn't even know how to ask. My child, are you ready for that kind of love? The kind that shakes, breaks, and builds. The kind that doesn't just patch the old but creates something entirely new. I am not restoring you to your former self, I am awakening you to your true self in me. This is your unveiling season. This is the season of clarity, of shaking off the dust and standing in the light. Do not fear the dark, for even the night is as light to me. And where you feel weakest, that is where my power is about to show up in glory. My strength is made perfect there in your cracks, in your tears, in your frailty. The enemy thought your breaking was his victory, but he didn't realize your breaking invited my presence. The oil only flows from the crushed olive. The fragrance only comes when the alabaster jar is broken. So rejoice, yes, even in the crushing, for something sacred is being released from within you. You are about to shine with a beauty that doesn't come from ease, but from encounter. You encountered pain, but now you will encounter purpose. You endured silence, but now you will encounter my voice. You stood in loss, but now you will encounter overflow. Tonight, angels are being dispatched. Assignments are shifting. Generational things are being broken. New blueprints are being unfolded. You will begin to see dreams return, doors open, and divine connections cross your path. But more than all this, you will see me. And once you see me, nothing will ever look the same again. Walk with me. Trust me. Let me lead, and I will show you paths where there were no roads. I will place you before kings, not for your glory but mine. I will open your mouth with words you didn't study. I will fill your hands with things you didn't labor for. Because when I bless beyond measure. I don't just give, I overflow. Tonight is sacred. Mark it not by a date, but by a decision. Decide to believe. Decide to rest. Decide to expect me in every detail. I am not the God of random. I am the God of redemption. Nothing is wasted. Not a tear. Not a scar. Not a failure. All of it, child, will become a testimony. Child, as I continue to speak to your heart, I want you to understand not only what is happening now, but what has always been. From the very beginning of time, my hand has been moving, and my angels, flames of fire and messengers of my will, have carried out divine orchestrations in the unseen realm. What you see on the earth is only a shadow of the war, the worship, and the wonder that takes place in the heavenlies. The plans I unfold are never last minute. I am not moved by chaos. I move through it with perfect order. Every detail of your life has been under the watchful eye of heaven. You may feel at times as if life is random, as though your steps have wandered far from purpose. But I say to you now, nothing has been accidental. Even your detours have been divinely guided. Even your delays were doorways into a deeper destiny. And yes, child, my angels have always been at work. You do not always see them. That is by design. If I unveiled to you the sheer magnitude of spiritual movement on your behalf, your knees would buckle. Your heart would be overwhelmed with awe. But make no mistake, they have walked with you, stood beside you, warred for you, and worshipped over you. For the sons and daughters I have called, I also cover. And my covering is not passive, it is alive. It is active. It is divine. Let me take you back, child, to what has been, so you will understand what is and what is to come. There was a man named Daniel, one of my faithful servants. He prayed, not for a moment, not once, but continually. He sought me in a time of great darkness. Babylon surrounded him. The voices of power and pride tried to silence the voice of truth. But Daniel stood. And when he prayed, his prayers did not fall to the ground, they rose. They pierced the heavens. They activated war. Yes, child, war. Not on earth, but above it. For 21 days, an answer I had already sent was resisted. The prince of Persia, an agent of darkness, opposed my messenger. But I did not allow delay to deny the answer. I dispatched Michael, one of my archangels, and he came with force. He came with fire. He came with power that no darkness could withstand. And Daniel's answer broke through. Heaven's decision was executed in time. Child, understand this. When you pray, when you cry out, when you whisper even the smallest longing in my direction, angels are moved. But the war in the heavens is real. Do not mistake delay for denial. Do not assume I am silent when you cannot hear. There is a fight in the skies, and my angels fight for my will to touch your world. Do you see now that even when you feel weak, your prayers have weight? That even when you feel overlooked, all of heaven is leaning toward you? Let me show you again. There was a young woman, a virgin named Mary. You. Hidden. Unknown to the world but known in heaven. The time had come for the greatest of all decisions, salvation incarnate. And who did I send? Gabriel, the herald of good news. He did not come randomly. He came on assignment. He came with the echo of eternity in his voice and the plan of salvation in his hands. He found her, just as I instructed. And with a single message, history shifted. Heaven came near. You will bear a son, he said, and Mary, though afraid, received. Her yes released the plan that prophets had waited centuries to see. The angels rejoiced. The very heavens rang with the sound of her obedience. And what followed was not ease but glory. My son stepped into time through her womb, and salvation walked among men. 2 people. 2 decisions. 2 angelic encounters. But, oh, the magnitude. Daniel's persistence unlocked heavenly warfare and divine revelation. Mary's surrender welcomed the Messiah. Do you see it, child? Do you see how the decisions of heaven have always shaped the destiny of earth? And now I tell you the same is happening with you. Heaven has discussed you. Your life is under consideration not because you're in trouble, but because you are part of something much larger than yourself. The angels have not just observed you. They have been assigned to you. They have guarded your path when you thought you were alone. They have stood between you and death when danger came close. They have whispered courage into your spirit when you wanted to give up. They have delivered peace to your dreams when fear tried to take root. And now, child, they are preparing something more. For you see, the orchestration is underway. The meeting in heaven is not just about your comfort, but about your calling. It is not simply about what you lack, but about what you carry. The angels know what you are about to step into. They have seen the blueprint. They understand the warfare you cannot yet imagine. They are being positioned now at this very moment for the unfolding that is coming. The divine has a rhythm. I am never late. I am never rushed. I do not improvise, I intend. And my intention for you, beloved, is good. Even when the road has felt cruel, I have been forming beauty. Even when the battle felt like it would break you, I was forging strength. Even when you were in the fire, I was in it with you, not just to protect, but to purify. And now your moment approaches. Let me show you what the angels do when I speak. When Abraham raised the knife over Isaac, an angel cried out, "Do not lay a hand on the boy." Then provision appeared. Not a moment too soon. My timing was exact. I tested Abraham not to hurt him, but to reveal him, to reveal what was in his heart, and to prepare him for the promise. The angel was not just a messenger that day. He was a manifestation of my mercy. Child, some of you have raised the knife not over a person, but over a dream. You have felt pushed to the edge, unsure whether to give up or hold on. But tonight I say to you, hold on. The angel is coming. The provision is close. Do not make permanent decisions in temporary pain. My promise is still alive. The ram is caught in the thicket. It is not too late. Others of you are like Peter in prison, shackled, guarded, forgotten by the world, but not by heaven. My angel came in the night. The chains fell off. The gate opened by itself, and Peter walked out not by force, but by freedom. Child, I am doing the same for you. I am sending an angel to your prison, whatever that prison may be, the one made of fear or shame or failure, the prison of addiction, depression, or the weight of your past. The chains you've worn so long you've forgotten they weren't meant to be there. I am breaking them now. My angel comes not to negotiate your release, but to enforce it. You will walk out, and you will not look back. Do you understand, child? This is not a nice story. This is your story. This is your moment. The decisions of heaven are active now, and the angels are not idle, they are in motion. There is a record being written in heaven with your name on it. But it does not record your failures the way you think it does. It records your faith. It records your worship in pain. It records your stand when it would have been easier to fall. And for all these things I have sent reinforcement. Yes, reinforcement. Because what's coming next is weighty. You ask me for more. But more requires maturity. More requires pressure. More requires readiness. And so I have allowed the pressing but not to crush, to release. I am releasing oil from your life, child. Oil that will anoint others. Oil that will heal. Oil that will break yokes. You are not just a recipient of blessing, you are becoming a vessel of blessing. And the angels are preparing your path. Some are preparing people who will open doors for you. Some are clearing paths that the enemy thought he could block. Some are battling over regions where your voice will be heard. Others are releasing dreams, blueprints, strategies. You will begin to receive divine ideas that carry heaven's frequency. To write them down. Guard them. Act on them. They are not from you. They are from me. Angels are aligning time and space. They are orchestrating divine encounters, people you didn't expect, moments you couldn't plan. Do not brush them off. Some of these meetings will seem small, but they will lead to rivers. Treat them with reverence. I am in the details. I am also sending angels to minister to your weariness. Yes, even Jesus, my son, after the wilderness, was ministered to by angels. You are not above him. You too will be refreshed. I will not let you burn out. I will restore your joy. The fire that once danced in your heart will rise again, hotter, holier, and more unshakable than ever. Child, I am not just changing your life, I am changing your legacy. What I do in you now will echo for generations. Some of the things you fought weren't even about you. They were about those who will come after you. The angels have fought beside you not because you are weak, but because your breakthrough breaks chains for others. You are a gate, and the gates of hell will not prevail. Yes, child, you have suffered much, but this is not the end of your story. This is the unveiling. This is where my glory starts to shine through your cracks. This is where the angels step into your time with answers forged in eternity. So walk forward with courage. The hosts of heaven walk with you. Speak with boldness. My spirit speaks through you. Stand with strength. My angels surround you. Hope again. For I, the Lord your God, am not done. Heaven has moved, and soon the earth will respond. Amen.